is a massive news that is coming after months-long unrest in Bangladesh. The protests, which had begun as an anti-quota movement, seems to have now turned Bangladesh upside down. What is the future of the country? No one knows.
Bangladesh is at a crossroads now. I am right on the street, and I think the people have made history. It's not the US, it's not India, it's not China, it's not the Russia. It's the people of Bangladesh who have written their own history today. And the fall of Sheikh Hasina marks a huge blow for India's foreign policy, because it has historically, till now, put all its eggs in one basket, and that is Sheikh Hasina and the Awami League. And now that the people overwhelmingly have rejected Awami League and especially Sheikh Hasina and her government, the question remains now how India is going to see this and how India is going to hedge its bet in Bangladesh.
Maybe we can take a look back at it. The protests began in July, mostly by students. They were demanding removal of the quota system in Bangladesh. For your information, the quota system in Bangladesh reserved about 56% of all government jobs for freedom fighters who fought in the Bangladesh Liberation War, who were called Mukti Jodhas. 30% of the government jobs were reserved for them, and the remaining 20% were for minorities and women. However, the protest goes long back to 2018, and Sheikh Hasina government had listened to the demand of the students, and she had taken back the quota system. However, families of Mukti Jodhas, they approached the High Court, and in June this year, the High Court overturned the order, saying or reinstating the quota system. This led to huge protests across Bangladesh. More than 200 people died, and possibly what further fueled the protest was Sheikh Hasina's calling of the students Razakars. Razakars are called people who supported Pakistani army during Bangladesh's liberation war are called the Razakars. So Prime Ministers calling Razakars turned the protests into a huge anti-government movement. However, the Supreme Court overturned the High Court judgment and the quota system was taken back, but the protests had no sign of stopping. The students, mostly the student leaders who were leading the protests, they demanded an apology from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and removal of major ministers from her cabinet who were demanding or who had made derogatory remarks against the students. But instead of accepting these demands, Sheikh Hasina's government went on an arresting spree. Reportedly, her government arrested more than 11,000 students from across the country. Further, student leaders were forced to give a call to stop the movement. This information spread like a wildfire, and the movement or the protest, which had begun as an anti-quota movement, now turned into a full-fledged non-cooperation movement involving all sections of Bangladeshi society, including students, civil society, intellectuals, and even ordinary citizens. Lakhs came out on the street, and on Sunday, August 4, reportedly 97 people were killed. Sunday thus acted as the final nail in the coffin of Sheikh Hasina's government. On August 5, she was forced to flee her country. And on August 5, after she had left the country, Army Chief Waker-Uz-Zaman held a press conference, and he informed that the army will approach President Mohammad Shahabuddin for the formation of an interim government. What lies ahead, we don't know.
Every symbol of Awami League and Sheikh Hasina has been destroyed. People have stormed into Gonobhaban, the Prime Minister's official residence, and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's house, which is in Dhanmondi. has been destroyed and has been burned. People are now looting things for souvenirs.